guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that everybody's having a great day today. So today I wanted to film a haul but also an anti-haul. So if you stick around towards the end of this video, I will mention some products that are really hyped up and really popular and people talk a lot about them, but that I personally will not be purchasing for one reason or another. I know people do separate videos called anti-hauls, but I don't really have enough products that I thought warranted a completely separate video. So I'm just kind of tying it into this haul. Let's get started with what is on my face right now. So I have recently been into these Bite multi-sticks because the monochromatic trend, or like the makeup look that I have on right now, is super in style right now and on trend. So I have on the Bite multi-stick in the shade Honeywheat, and it comes like this, and I've been obsessed with these multi-sticks, you guys. I did buy 3 shades and I do plan on purchasing more in the future, but I had to have this one. It's like the perfect warm orangey brown. Super pretty. That's one that I have all over my eyes, cheeks, and lips today. Another one that I had to have is Praline. It is a very pretty pinky coral shade. I had to have this one because this right here, these are my tones. I love anything orangey. I love anything coral. I love anything warm. I'm super into that right now. So that is Honeywheat. Another one that I got is called Cream Caramel, and it's similar to Praline, but it is just a touch lighter, and I will show you. So that is Cream Caramel right there. Another thing that I had to have are a couple of glosses. Now, glosses are making a huge comeback, thank goodness. The matte lip trend, I think, is going to kind of leave us for a little bit, and we are going to get into glosses, which I've been really into recently. The first one that I got is the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in the shade Call Me. It is a super orangey, very burnt orange shade. I cannot wait to wear this in the fall time, you guys. It is just absolutely stunning. And the next one I got is one of the new ones from Becca. This is the Liquid Crystal Lip Topper Glow Gloss in Champagne Dream X Bellini. You guys, this one, I've already worn this one. I had to. It's like so pretty. I had to go ahead and break into this one. I don't even know if you're going to be able to tell, but it just has like the most finely milled micro shimmer right there. I had to have those glosses. I think they are stunning. Now the next thing I got is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is the Blush Trio in the shade Peachy Love. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get these, but then I saw them and they're only $30, which if you think about it, that is an incredible price point. It's basically $10 per blush. So in here we have Nectarine, Ginger, and Miami, and Miami is right up my alley. Well, all these shades are, but yeah, again, with the peachy coral and the reddish and the warm, I just can't get enough right now. It's summertime. I'm just like super into those really warm peachy shades. So yeah, and look at this packaging, you guys. They're stunning. They do have a ton of other colors of these, but for now, this is the only one that I got. The next thing may come as a bit of a surprise to you, because if you watched my Is It Worth the price tag video where I tested out a bunch of really luxury high-end items, I kind of mentioned that this wasn't necessarily my favorite foundation, but I have been using it a lot more often, and it has for sure become one of my favorites because now I have 2 shades of it. I did just purchase this one. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I purchased the shade 5.75. Like I said, it is the summertime. I've been laying out by the pool as much as possible recently, so I do have quite a bit of tan on me, and I have just been loving this. If you like experimenting with your fragrances, I would definitely check out the Nest fragrances. They have a long line of them at Sephora, and they're not too expensive as far as fragrances are concerned. This is This is 1.7 ounce, and it was $75, so almost 2 ounces for $75 is not that bad when you're talking about fragrances. So yes, I am obsessed with this. Cannot get enough. Next, I have another couple of fragrance items, and these are from Jo Malone London. I have this fragrance in the scent Wood Sage and Sea Salt. You guys. Ugh! I love it so much. If, like I said, if you're into trying different scents, not afraid to try new things and get out of your comfort zone as far as fragrances are concerned, I would definitely check this out. This guy was a little bit more expensive. This is 1 fluid ounce and it was $65. But they did just start carrying these at Sephora online. Previously, Jo Malone was only sold at like Nordstrom. I think you could get it at Bloomingdale's, more higher end department stores. They did start carrying these at Sephora online. So if you shop online a lot and you are looking for a new fragrance, definitely check out these Jo Malone fragrances and in Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I actually really like to mix the Verde fragrance from Nest that I just showed you guys, and I like to mix these two together just for a very woodsy, very green, fresh, summery scent. I'm loving doing that. The only thing I will say that's negative about these Jo Malone fragrances is that I wish they came in a variety of sizes. So they come in this 1 fluid ounce, which is obviously like really teeny tiny. I like to keep this in my purse though. It's like a really perfect, larger than a roller ball, but not too bulky that you couldn't keep it in your purse if you wanted to. So it comes in this 1 ounce, but then it also comes in, I think it's like a 3.4 ounce or like a 3 ounce. So it basically goes from something kind of small to something really big. So like a large glass tub pretty much of fragrance. So I do wish that they would come out with more sizes, therefore, so I could, you know, because I think the larger one is like $125 or $135. I don't know. It's really expensive. The bigger one is over $100, where this one's $65, which I'm not, you know, afraid to spend a lot of money on a fragrance, but it was just a lot. And considering that I have a lot of other fragrances that I need to use up, I just really couldn't justify getting the big one. Even though I did want the big one, I was just like, I can't do that right now. I'm just going to start with the small one and see how I like it. And I do really like it. I just wish they had a size up from this, but then a size down from like the huge Mumbo Jumbo one. So I loved that Wood Sage and Sea Salt fragrance so much that I had to get the body cream that goes with it. And this was 5 ounces, no, 5.9 ounces. So that is a ton of body cream, and it was $75. So if you're looking for like a really nice gift, maybe as a wedding present, anniversary, something for somebody's birthday, or you just want to spoil somebody in your life, I would get them a fragrance and body cream from Jo Malone because they are very nice and very exquisite, and they do have lots of different fragrances to choose from. There's a ton of variety within their line. I think it's wonderful, and I love pairing a fragrance with a body cream. I think the scent just lasts a lot longer and is a little bit more potent, but not overpowerful like you doused yourself in cologne. This is a very heavy glass jar. This thing probably weighs like 5 pounds. We have some things from not Sephora, so some things from the drugstore, and also something very exciting. So the first thing that I picked up when I was at Walgreens, well, and the only thing I picked up when I was at Walgreens, are these 2 eyelashes, the Vlogger series from Eylure. And I got the Nicole Guerrero ones because I love her. I've been watching her for like 4 years now, and she's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she always has, like, her lash game is always on point. To be honest with you though, I have been trying not to wear false lashes as often just because the glue gets stuck in the roots of my lashes and makes them, you know, shorter and stubbier than they already are. I've been trying to cool it on the false lash game, but these are stunning, and I hadn't actually seen them in any other Walgreens that I'd been in, and they were buy one get one half off, so I thought, you know, I'll check them out, especially, no, these are like super wispy and dramatic, but still very light and easy to wear. I've been looking for a more dramatic lash for those random times when I do feel like wearing a super dark, smoky eye look. Yeah, these will be perfect for that. Last but certainly not least, I'm sure you guys, if you watch YouTube videos, if you're up on all the makeup business on the internet and everything that is going on and new releases, I'm sure you have seen this. Sorry, that was really stupid. I love me some Jaclyn Hill, and I'm just really excited about this palette. Now, that being said, well, let me show you what it looks like first. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Here it is in all of its glory. It's the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, my thing with this palette. Do I have a giant makeup collection with all of these shades and any other palette in my eyeshadow palette drawer? The answer is yes. I have these shades 5 times over again. However, Jaclyn did create these shadows particularly for this palette. It is 100% customized by her. She created all the shades, and I don't know, the hype totally got me on this one, and I do love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm so glad that I have it. I will use it, but did I need it? Definitely not. I did not need this eyeshadow palette, but I cannot wait to use it in a couple of tutorials. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of my videos using the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm super excited about this and I cannot wait to use it. The colors are stunning. I mean, look at this, like these down here. Like, look at that. Look at that. And then this brown also. This brown shade is really what sold me, because honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I really don't have any shades like these 2 brown shades right here. They look stunning, and I can't wait to use this. There are a couple things that have really been hyped up on the internet, a couple things that everybody's really excited about, but that I'm personally not interested in spending my money on for one reason or another. I have been seeing these videos go around. They're called anti-hauls. Now, I don't have enough products here listed that I felt like warranted a completely separate video, so I'm just going to kind of tag this anti-haul onto the haul, if that makes sense, because there's only a couple products listed. Now, the first thing that I'm mentioning is anything from Kylie Cosmetics. It is not because I don't like Kylie. It's not because I don't like the Jenners. It's not because I don't like any. It has nothing to do with who they are as people. I'm just not interested in any of her products. I have a ton of liquid lipsticks. I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes. So I have a ton of glosses. So her products that she's released haven't been so amazing and haven't really impressed me to the point where I have felt compelled to purchase them. Again, has nothing to do with them or her as a human being. I think she is doing a great job at branding herself and really putting herself out there to the world to become a successful entrepreneur in the makeup community. I think she has done a fabulous job at what she has released. I mean, it's just amazing what she has accomplished with her team of people. But for me, it's just not where I prefer to spend my money. You know, I'd rather spend my money on something else, a little bit more high-end, something that is a little bit easier to attain, because her products do sell out very quickly. You pretty much have to be at your computer, sitting there when things release on her website. And I'm just not into putting that much effort into getting a product unless it's something that's incredibly limited edition, like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I for sure was like sitting on my computer waiting for that. Other than that, it's just not really worth it to me. So anything from Kylie Cosmetics, you probably won't see me review on my channel, just because I'm really not interested in her stuff. I have a lot of things already that I just don't feel the need to purchase anything from her line. Next thing might come as a shock to some of you guys if you do watch a lot of YouTube videos, and that is anything from Colorpop. I was super into Colorpop when they first came out as a brand. So their Super Shock shadows in the little pots, I have a ton of those shadows. They're $5, super incredible price point, and the shades, I mean, they're called Colorpop for a reason. They have every single shade under the rainbow that you could possibly ever want, and they have a ton of different finishes: metallic, shimmer, glitter, matte, satin, any kind of finish, any color. I mean, they just have such a wide range of products. Now, I do still have a lot of their Super Shock shadows. I do also have a lot of their blushes and a couple of their bronzer shades, which are wonderful. But over the last couple of months, they have been doing releases like crazy. Like, it seems like every single day they are releasing a new product, a new palette, new shades, new shadows. They came out with pans, they came out with lip glosses, they came out with matte lipsticks. They're just like, I feel like I'm saying like a ton, but I'm sorry. I'm just like getting really worked up. I don't know. It's like I'm numb to their releases now. Like, when you release things so often, eventually, to me, it just becomes not exciting. Like, what could you possibly come out with that I haven't already seen before, if that makes sense? So, unfortunately, Colorpop just doesn't really do it for me anymore. They did a long time, like last year, 2 years ago when they first came out as a brand. They were really exciting, new. Nobody was doing anything like them. Now they're just coming out with products like crazy, and I just can't keep up. And if I can't keep up with what you're doing, then I'm probably gonna lose interest. They lost me at like the umpteenth collection that they released. I just can't keep up, and I already have so much makeup that it just doesn't interest me anymore. Last thing that you guys might think I'm totally nuts over, but it is the Naked Heat palette. Now, Urban Decay Naked palettes, super hyped up, really, really big on the internet, so popular amongst a lot of people. Everybody loves their palettes. I just don't. I'm going to be really honest with you, I don't. If you have watched my makeup collection video, you will have noticed that I do not have any of the Naked palettes in my collection. And for me, if I'm going to spend $54 on a palette, I'm going to get something from like Dior, which is like $60. I'm going to get a Dior palette, or I'm going to get something from YSL. The Naked palettes just really don't do it for me. I think there is a ton of shimmers in their colors and in their palettes. There's not enough matte shades, so therefore I feel like the variety of looks that you can do is rather small, even though they do have, I think it's 12 shades per palette. For me at this point, you know, like I said, I really didn't need the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I just had to have it, and I love Jaclyn, I love Morphe, I had to have that palette. But I'm more likely to purchase single shadows at this point in my like makeup journey, I guess you could say, than a whole new palette. Now watch me go out tomorrow and buy like a new eyeshadow palette from like Anastasia or something. But you know what I mean. I'm more likely to purchase single shadows if I want a new shade of eyeshadow. The Naked Heat just isn't for me. I have the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, which is really similar. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Renaissance palette is really similar. The Huda Beauty palette's really similar. There are just so many other palettes out there in the makeup world that you do not have to only stick with the Urban Decay Naked palettes. There are so many more options, and most of them are better, in my opinion. So, you know, the Naked Heat palette, I do think it's pretty. I do think you could create a lot of looks with that palette. Honestly, out of all of the Naked palettes that they have released, I think that that is probably the best one and the most variety, because they did increase the number of matte shades. Their previous Naked palettes only have about 2 matte shades, which in my opinion is ridiculous. I think you need at least 4 or 5 per eyeshadow palette. If you're going to have a palette with 12 shades in it, you definitely need more than just 2 matte shades. You know, if I were to buy one, it probably would be the Naked Heat palette just because of that. But I do have so many other eyeshadow palettes that are just so similar that it's just not something that I plan on purchasing, and I just am not the biggest fan of the Naked palettes. Don't kill me. I feel like I'm gonna lose like subscribers over this, but it's just true, you know. I think Makeup Forever shadows are great, Makeup Geek shadows are great, Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows are great, and I'd personally rather spend my money on those brands than on the Naked palettes. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. As always, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will have a quick link to subscribe right here. I will also leave some of my other videos right here. So once you're done watching this one, you can click on some of my other ones. Do not forget to share it with your friends. I know they would enjoy some product reviews and mentions as well. Don't forget to check the description box below this video. I will have a full list of products mentioned as well as the prices. And don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts. They will be linked down there as well. On Instagram and Twitter, I am at Beauty Talk with Tingle. So don't forget to check those out, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.